Hi, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Kassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the Ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. Today, we're going to be doing the daily reading for Friday, April 30th, 2021. And today is a day that's ruled by the solar plexus chakra and guided by universal water. And the galactic signature for today is the red resonant earth energy. And so with this red earth energy, we're talking about evolution, navigation, and synchronicity. Today is a day where we want to connect fully with the earth. We want to honor the earth. We want to honor the fact that we are essentially living organisms present on this planet, and therefore we are a part of her. Our body is made up of the same elements from which she is made, right? Everything that we experience in this plane, in this reality, because of her. She brings us that life. She is that life. And so really honoring that beautiful life force that flows through us, that we receive from the earth, honoring our connection to her, honoring our promise to her, right? We came here to help her at this time to ascend. And she needs it so very, very much. We came here really, it's honestly though, we take a lot of credit in that way, but if we look at it on the flip side, the earth is ascending. So she is offering us this beautiful ticket to this ride, right? And all we are asked to do is support her in this process and grow and evolve as she grows and evolves. And so if we can tap into her magic today, if we can tap into her, connect with her, recognize ourselves as a part of her, and really center ourselves in that experience, in that knowing, we tap into so much within ourselves as well. And we tap into that sense of synchronicity. Today's about being very present in the moment, being very present in our bodies, honoring our bodies as we honor the earth, honoring the gift of presence. And when we are fully present, we are able to communicate with our souls as well. We're connected to our souls. So we're connected in all of these different ways. And then we're able to hear that wisdom of our souls, and we're able to be guided by that. We're open to synchronicity and recognizing synchronicity and using that as a navigation tool for our evolution. And so today is one of those days where we really want to look at our evolution process. Where are we in our evolution? How can we facilitate that process of continuing to evolve by being extremely present and aware of what is happening right now, what is happening with the earth, what is happening with us, what is happening with our bodies, what is happening with our souls, right? And just really step into that energy and connect with that energy, and also connect with the knowing that just like us, all other humans on this planet are organisms of the earth. They are part of the earth. We are all part of the same collective experience and consciousness. And so really feeling into that aspect of unity today as well. The affirmations for today are: I channel in order to evolve, inspiring synchronicity. I seal the matrix of navigation with the resonant tone of attunement. I am guided by the power of universal water. And the secondary affirmation is: I am Kaban, earth. I am your grounding and protection. I give to you earth power and crystal healing. And then the guidance for today is: focus on synchronizing with your highest path. Navigate your time-space reality to open doors of evolution. Give and receive profound love to and from Mother Earth. And for the astrology today, we do have Uranus and the Sun perfecting their conjunction today. And so we've been talking about it for a while. They've been within a couple degrees of each other, but they are now exactly lined up. So we're definitely going to be feeling that energy. True Black Moon is still a couple degrees away. So we're feeling her influence, but not quite as strongly as we are just this conversation with the Sun and Uranus. And so we are very much in that, it's like a free bird type of energy, right? We want to be free. We want to be unrestricted. We want to be able to flow and grow and evolve at the pace that we want in this sign of Taurus, right? At the pace that we want, in the way that we want. And we are very committed to that goal. We may be drawn to the more, I mean, everybody on this channel, honestly, like, we would probably be considered a little bit eccentric, right? And really, Uranus, that Uranian energy is our true state, right? They call, Uranus rules Aquarius, they call the aliens of the zodiac, right? But I think all of us on here, like, we fit that bill pretty well. So it really is just bringing us more into ourselves, I think. Could we have this energy of Uranus conjunct the sun and really asking us to express that, to express our uniqueness, to move outside of any boxes or any barriers that we may have placed around ourselves or allowed society to place around us, right? And to really just step out in the world as who we are, and to pursue all of our weirdness today, to really embrace our weirdness and pursue the things that weirdness is calling us to, right? Pay attention to those synchronicities, to where they are leading us in terms of our evolution. This is a heavy evolving energy when we have the sun conjunct Uranus. And so, like, how are we evolving today, and how can we honor and celebrate the weird? Today makes me feel it's instead of just saying the light within me acknowledges the light within you, it's like the weirdness in me acknowledges the weirdness in you. And so really be seeking that out today. Find like-minded weirdos to share this beautiful energy with. And keep in mind, as we are using the term weird, that one of the definitions of weird is godly. And so let's be godly today, right, guys? And it was my friend Glenn that I shout out from time to time who taught me that one, and I was quite tickled to hear that. I'm like, of course it is, of course. Anyway, moving on, we have the moon, which is in Sagittarius as we speak, but is about to transition into Capricorn. And as the moon transitions into Capricorn, it will make an opposition to Mars in Cancer. And so this is an interesting energy. We've got, when we have the moon in Capricorn, is an earth sign, right? It's an earth sign. It's a cardinal earth sign. So it's very much that energy of wanting to make forward progress in the material realm. And so we're going to want to see, in order to feel good today, we're going to want to see the results of what it is that we're working on, what it is that we're moving towards, right? We want physical proof of things. We want to bring things into physical manifestation with this energy. We want to marshal and utilize our resources wisely. This is very much, we did the 555 portal video yesterday. If anyone hasn't seen that yet, I highly recommend you check that out. Big energies coming in with that 555 portal this year. But it was all about, one of the cards that came out during the reading portion was the law of efficiency. And so Capricorn is very much that efficient energy. How can I utilize my resources and my time wisely? And with the moon, it's also like, how can I utilize my emotions wisely, right? My instincts, because the moon is all about emotion and instinct. And so we're really putting that into practice today. And really, it's honestly kind of a harmonious energy when we have Mars in Cancer, which is very much ruled by instinct and ruled by emotion. And so we just want to be careful that we don't become too ruled by emotion today, and that we utilize that Capricorn energy to really ground ourselves, to bring ourselves back, to look at the bigger picture, the larger trajectory of things when we are making decisions today. Like, how is this going to pan out in the long run? How is this beneficial or not beneficial for me? And really tap deeper into the Mars in Cancer we talk about on the surface can be very reactive, right? Emotionally reactive. But on the deeper level can be very intuitive. So allowing ourselves to be guided by that intuition, right? That's that synchronicity. That's that tapping into our souls. Ask your soul. There was a lot of energy from the 555 portal video talking about that as well. So much so that I almost called it that. So yeah, like I said, you guys should definitely check that out. But it is that energy of like, ask your soul today. And yeah, just move out of that energy of like really learning how to use our emotions as a barometer and a tool to show us what is wanting to shift, what is uncomfortable, what is wanting to be healed, what is out of alignment, but not basing all of our decisions upon that, right? We want to go deeper into our intuition. Our emotions and our intuition are different things. Our emotions can sometimes cloud our intuition if we allow ourselves to get too heavily involved in them. We came here to experience emotion. It's a very beautiful thing. That's one of the, I think, kind of unique gifts of being human, is that depth of feeling and emotion. But we don't want to allow ourselves to get lost in it or to drown in it. We want to use it as a tool, and we want to celebrate the experience of all of those emotions and the fact that we get to have them. But we don't need to get stuck in the less pleasant ones, right? We don't have to just allow ourselves to get trapped there. And we also don't have to make decisions from that place, or also from that other place either. When there's a relationship going on with Jupiter today as well. Yes, the moon is sextiling Jupiter. And so this really adds a very pleasant energy. Moon and Jupiter people, or moon sextile Jupiter people, are very, very jovial people. Very, very, what's the word that I'm looking for? When you get along with people really well, they really like you, you mesh well. I can't think, personable. They're very personable, right? And so we have this energy kind of going on today as well, where we are definitely, it's a charmed kind of an energy. So we have that assisting us and helping us today. We just want to once again, we don't want to make decisions from that place of just that overly idealistic viewpoint either. We want some kind of balance. That's what we're being called to today, is a balance. But we do want to be able to access that part, because that's the energy of the dreamer, right? And in order for us to create a new reality, we have to be able to dream. So I almost take that back. Maybe we do, to some extent, want to make decisions from that point. It's like we said, it's a delicate balance, and that is what we're learning about today. We also have Mercury sextile Neptune, and so this is, and in a very loose trine to Pluto. And so this is that psychic energy that we're talking about. This is where we can really tap into our intuition, where we can really be creative, right? Mars in Cancer is a creative energy too. So there's a lot of highly psychic, highly creative energy that we get to play with. And this is an idealistic energy as well. And idealism is not a bad thing. We just want to counter that with a little bit of realism. Like, we want that Capricorn energy to come in and be like, okay, so I have this ideal, I have this dream, but how do I realize that? Right? And yes, we surrender it to spirit. We ask for help from spirit, but we also, what are the concrete steps that I can take along this way? Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think how to say this in a way, like, the idealistic energy, I guess, would be saying, like, I want to have a career as a trapeze artist, right? And you happen to be a mother of four, a single mother of four, with no circus training. You're not necessarily just going to quit your job and decide to go and be a trapeze artist with no training, no options or opportunities available to you at the moment, because there needs to be some practicality there, right? But you can start learning. You can delve into this. You can set that intention and ask spirit to deliver the opportunities to you and begin to take advantage of those. Ask for those doors to be open. So that's sort of like the balance that I'm talking about here when it comes to the decision-making processes, which I think a lot of us. But there is that time when we do want to live our dreams, and we have been putting action toward those, and we keep getting that little nudge that says, it's time to do it. It's time to do it. You're ready. That's when the intuition is coming in, and we see the synchronicities supporting it. And that's when we begin to know, okay, maybe it is time to take that leap. Maybe it is time to take that jump. There are opportunities there. Like, I may not feel 100% ready, but I'm being told that I'm ready, and maybe I'm more ready than I think I am. So that's sort of, I hope that was kind of helpful, just the difference there. Anyway, we're going to get into the cards. So the first deck we're going to use today is the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. I try to remember to tell people what the decks are, but sometimes I even list them down in the comment box below, or the description box, and sometimes I completely forget. But yes, we're going to get some wisdom from the Hidden Realms this morning. There could be a little bit of sensitive energy today between the moon in Cancer, that Mercury sextile Neptune energy, even the moon in Capricorn. Sometimes there is an aspect of the moon in Capricorn, right? Where the moon in Capricorn, there's that desire sometimes to be seen as successful, to be seen as in a certain light, right? And so there could possibly be a little bit of ego going on today. So we just want to, bruised egos possibly are feeling, we may be having that, being a little bit emotional. And so just to be aware of that as well. All right. And it's interesting because a lot of people would characterize Capricorn as a colder energy. But honestly, I know a lot of people with a lot of different placements in Capricorn. I have a couple placements in Capricorn myself, and I would say that that really does not seem to hold true. Capricorn can be a very soft and tender energy in a lot of ways. I think maybe a lot of Capricorns possibly try to hide that beyond a certain veneer, and so that could be all that we're talking about today. Is just like maybe that veneer falling away and us being seen more in our vulnerability. All right, we have the Swan Queen coming out. Transformation, intuition, patience. You are going through a transformation right now. Have patience with that transformation. Follow your intuition and where it's leading you, right? And then we have the Web Weaver, synchronicity, divine intelligence, cause and effect. All right, I love this energy, you guys. And so your intuition is guiding you, right? Your inner sense of synchronicity is guiding you today as you go through this metamorphosis, as you go through this transformation. And just know and understand, right? We have the Swan Queen. And so it's I'm being reminded of that, the story of the ugly duckling. I don't know if you guys ever heard that when you were kids. You probably did. And so it was really a swan, but it didn't know it was a swan, and it didn't look like the other ducklings. And so it had this complex, right? And then one day it grew up into this beautiful, graceful swan. And so it's like we may feel like the ugly duckling right now, but we just have to have patience with the process. We just have to know, it's like we can sense and feel that we are transforming and changing. And so we're being asked to trust that. And sometimes, like, if we are too busy, we aren't able to sense and feel much of anything, right? So it's about slowing down as well with this patience energy. Slowing down enough to be in touch with our intuition, to really feel into what's going on underneath the surface right now. There's a lot of things that are happening underneath the surface. We talked about the seed analogy the other day, right? When you plant a seed, you don't see what's going on above ground, but there's a lot happening underneath. It's like that energy is happening for a lot of people. So have patience, have trust with that process. And then the Web Weaver, synchronicity, divine intelligence, cause and effect. What web are you weaving, right? Can you see your place in the greater web of humanity, of this collective experience, right? Can you follow the synchronicities? Notice the synchronicities. Notice the divine intelligence underlaying everyone and everything. And I'm going to read the Web Weaver for us, actually. And this is card number 4. We have 13 and 4 for numbers right now. The Web Weaver rejoices that your creations are far-reaching and have positive effects on the many. Every action, every thought, every word and deed is woven into the web of creation. When the Web Weaver appears as your ally, she grants you the way to others of like mind and intention, and lets you know you're not alone in your endeavors. And so this is also that energy of coming together with our soul tribe. Just when you need to make a connection, like magic, synchronicity occurs. Music reverberates through the web and plays in harmony with your own. This is a sign to trust in the connectivity between all events. Magic is afoot for you. So once again, trust in the divine, trust in your divine timing, right? Understand that everything is being orchestrated on your behalf. If your query is about a relationship, the Web Weaver gives you assurance that meaningful coincidence comes through to give you reason to hope. Potential grows into reality with care and patience. And we did get patience, right? Remember that the web reaches far and wide, and you're only capable of perceiving a small part of it. Trust and pay attention to the patterns you see play out in your life. All things will be revealed through the web. So once again, it's that trusting that much more is happening than what we can see and perceive with the naked eye. But if we get into that quiet, intuitive space, we may be able to feel and perceive a little more. And then we have the Chess Queen, trust and strategizing, which is an interesting combination of energy, right? But this is this is like the divinely inspired action, right? And this is very much the Capricorn energy coming through here. And so it is having trust, right? Having trust in yourself, in your own abilities, in spirit, trust that your dreams are manifesting, but also employing that strategy into situations, also employing that practicality, right? Sort of like we were talking about. And let's see what this one says. I really love these cards. Sometimes I forget how much I love them because I don't use them enough. The Chess Queen has all the tools you need to aid you in your quest for a life of purpose, peace, and prosperity. When she arrives as your ally, you're given the task of asking Spirit for a vision for your life. Ask also to know the right actions to ensure your part in this process of unfolding. Then, with a sense of trust, allow the strategy to be given onto you by the divine. Are your own goals and dreams in alignment with the divine plan for your life? This is a reminder that there is your plan, and then there is the divine plan for your life. When you're in alignment with the latter, all manner of messages are delivered to aid you in taking the next right action in your life. The Chess Queen says that you will win this game as long as you let Spirit choose your moves. Follow your bliss and inspired messages delivered by your soul. You cannot lose when you enter the realm of the Chess Queen, and she appears as your ally. Right? So let Spirit provide the strategy, and all we have to do, we just do the footwork. Right? That's what divinely inspired action is all about. And aligning with the divine plan for your life, you guys should definitely watch the 555 portal video, because it's very much about the energy of that as we are being moved into alignment with the divine plan, with our soul mission and purpose. And then we have the Lady of the Gift. And have we not been getting that energy of the cosmic gift from with the angel cards, right? So this is really funny that the gift is coming up again. Generosity, receiving, withholding. So where can you be more generous? Where can you be more open to receiving as well? Giving and receiving. Making sure that we are in this energy. We're not in a closed off energy. We want to be in an open energy. Open-hearted energy, right? Where we are giving freely of ourselves, and we are also open to receiving what the good fortune and the good humor that is coming our way. And that's the energy that keeps us open for this beautiful cosmic gift that we felt coming in, which I absolutely love. And then I love the Hawk Prince coming out too, spirit communication, paying attention. So really pay attention. Your guides are communicating with you so frequently right now. It's just all about you being open to noticing that and acting upon that. All right. And then, yeah, I actually do want to pull a couple Archangel cards. Clear. Let's get a little bit of a... This is also the understanding that giving is a gift in and of itself. And that's when we know that we've gotten to that place of true generosity, where we've gotten to that place of true receptivity as well, when giving feels like enough of a reward in and of its own, that we're not wanting or seeking anything in return. Right? Because we've already received simply through the act of giving. And then we have Archangel Charity coming out just to reinforce that. Give with an open heart, be generous. So where can you employ generosity in your life today? Where can you open up your heart more? Where can you enact this art of charity and generosity? And then we have Archangel Lavender, prepare for soul healing, forgive and release everyone. So that's beautiful, that energy of forgiveness coming back in, that energy of release. Yeah, and I'm actually going to read that. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have Archangel Rogwell, be fair in all situations, resolve your conflicts. So there's a lot of energy with that coming through. That forgiveness energy, that resolution, that fairness. We really want to be ensuring that we are always acting in integrity. We want to release all of those like resentment, all of those lower vibrational energies and emotions that get trapped in our fields, right? That's the kind of stuff that's going to keep us from being able to evolve, from being able to ascend. We need to learn how to let that go, how to understand that we're all just players in this game of life, right? In this school of life, and we've all played different roles at different times. Every role that you may find yourself, and I'll say this because we all do it, that we may find ourselves judging another around, or harboring these feelings of resentment and ill intent around, we've played that role before too. Perhaps that's why we're experiencing it now on the other side, right? That's what karma's all about. This is why I think I was thinking about this a little bit the other day. One of the marks that where you can sort of understand of an old soul, right? Because, or of a younger soul, is like an older soul. We know and understand, right, that we have been everyone and done everything. And so when something is done to us, yes, it may hurt. Yes, we may have experienced those immediate reactions, but there's also an energy of knowing and understanding. We can put ourselves in other people's shoes because we've been in those shoes, right? We can understand what it feels like to hurt like that, what it feels like to be in the place where you would do the thing that was done, because we've been in that place. Right? It's the evening out. It's we don't understand something until, like, we don't understand the impact of something that we've done has had on another until we've been that other. And that's a big part of what karma is all about. It's that balancing of the scales. It's about us gaining that wisdom and experience. And we can't fully understand that experience unless we've been on both sides of it. And so somebody who's been around for a long time, right? Understands that and has that intuitive remembrance of what it feels like to be on the different sides of that. And so that makes it a little easier to let go. That makes it a little easier to forgive. That makes it a little easier to release some of this emotion, right? Because we see and understand it from a different perspective. And so that higher perspective may be something that Archangel Lavender is offering to people. But it's also knowing and understanding that we don't want to rack up any more karma, right? We don't want to have to experience another situation because we are acting in a way that we probably acted before, and maybe we just didn't. We want to learn the lessons, and we want to move on. We don't want to have to keep repeating them, and that's why we want to make sure that we are being fair in all situations. We have the opportunity in this lifetime to clean up any karma, right? We don't have to wait. Like, there is no waiting at this point because we're ascending. If we wait, then essentially we're going to do that in another three-dimensional reality, right? We're not going to be able to ascend into these higher dimensions of consciousness if we're waiting around. So it's really about forgiving, releasing, honoring people, honoring everyone and where they're at in their journey, resolving our conflicts now so that we don't have to worry about doing it later. And Archangel Lavender, let's see. Her gentle lavender light enfolds people in loving, purifying healing. When your soul star chakra is opening, expanding, and starting to light up, she approaches you to help you understand your gifts, talents, and ancient knowledge so that you can use them wisely. Although you may be ready to open your soul star chakra fully, it may be blocked by one or more ancestors or people you have met on your soul journey. If they refuse to forgive you, they hold back your spiritual progress. Archangel Lavender uses her special wisdom to communicate with them to bring about release. As soon as you are ready, she will work with you during your sleep to heal your soul star. Interesting. Choosing this card indicates that you are ready to bring back the gifts, talents, and wisdom that you have earned on your soul journey. In order to do so, forgive everyone and everything that has hurt you in this life or any other. If you feel hurt or angry with someone, even though it may seem justified, ask yourself how long you are prepared to hold on to those emotions. A lifetime? 10 lifetimes. Let go now so you can purify your soul star chakra. Strengthen your intention by affirming, I forgive everyone and everything that has ever hurt or harmed me in this lifetime or any other. Then Archangel Lavender can use her wisdom to persuade anyone who is blocking you to release you. And this is also stuff that we can do in Theta healing if you guys are interested. That information, as well as everything else that I offer, is in the description box below, along with my email. And then we have Archangel Priminelek. Be conscientious, cooperate with others for the highest good. So I always love when that one comes out, because that is what we are learning to do. And with this be conscientious and all of this green and all of this nature, it's very much I'm feeling that cooperate with the planet as well, and cooperating with others in the ways that we can help to assist and evolve the planet. I'm really feeling that energy coming through with that card today, which is really beautiful. All right. I think we're going to call that for today. I love you guys. I appreciate you so very, very much. If you like this video, hit that like button. Drop a comment. Let me know how today is going for you, how you are experiencing or appreciating these energies. And there are links down below to donate if you feel so moved to do so. Have a beautiful, beautiful Friday.